A 15.5-ounce bag of Doritos cost $4.79 in 2021. Today the same bag holds 14.4 ounces and costs $6.69. 40% more money for less chips. Now multiply that trick across every brand, every aisle, every auto pay charge, every insurance bill. That's why almost everyone you know feels poorer than 3 years ago, even though the headlines keep insisting inflation is cooling. Here's the trick. Official inflation came in at 2.4%. Politicians celebrated. Pundits popped champagne. But that number is an average, and averages lie. The things people actually spend on every single month, insurance, daycare, streaming, groceries, car payments, are climbing far faster than the headline. Economists call this the silent squeeze. You can't feel 2.4%. You can feel an extra $200 vanishing every month. Start with debt. The average American cardholder now carries about $6,500 in revolving balances. That's up from $5,000 pre-pandemic. The average APR on cards charging interest is 22.3%. That's roughly 3 times what you'd pay on a mortgage. Roughly 111 million people, almost half of all adult Americans, can't pay their card off each month. They're stuck running on a treadmill made of interest. Bank of America found 24% of households are living paycheck to paycheck. For lower-income families, it's 27%. But that's only the people who admit it. The real horror is deeper. Credit card balances jumped 63% in just 5 years. People aren't borrowing for vacations or new TVs anymore. They're borrowing for groceries. For gas. For rent. The credit card became America's emergency fund, and the emergency never ends. Now meet the silent killer. Subscription creep. Ask any American how much they spend on subscriptions and they'll guess about $86 a month. The real number is $219. That's the conclusion of a recent study. People are off by more than double. $200 a month is $2,600 a year. That's a mortgage payment in some states. And most folks have absolutely no idea it's leaking. Why don't they notice? Because every individual charge looks tiny. $3 here. $9.99 there. A free trial that became a paid plan 11 months ago. The average household now juggles 3.4 active paid subscriptions, up from 2.8 last year. And late 2025 was brutal. Almost every major platform quietly raised prices by $1 to $3. Multiply that across a dozen services and you've lost a car payment. Streaming used to be the cheap alternative to cable. Remember that pitch? $8 a month, no contracts, freedom from the corporate hostage situation. Then Netflix raised prices. Disney Plus raised prices. Paramount Plus raised prices. Hulu, Max, Apple TV Plus, all of them. Now the average household stacks 4 or 5 services and pays more than they ever paid for cable. Except now there are still commercials. The freedom got sold back to you. Then there's the insurance trap. Homeowners insurance premiums jumped another 8% this year. In Florida and California, climate risk pricing added hundreds of dollars to monthly escrow payments. Auto insurance? Worse. Many Americans are paying more in insurance than they pay on their car loan. And when you can't drop it, can't shop your way out of it, can't budget your way around it, that's not a bill. That's a tax with extra steps. Got kids? It's worse. Daycare costs are up 39% since 2019, according to Care.com, 39%. In some metros, full-time childcare runs more than rent. Parents are quitting jobs because working costs more than staying home. The math broke. It wasn't broken 5 years ago. It's broken now. And nobody in Washington, red team or blue team, has a real answer. Just speeches. Just promises. Just more bills next month. Now the grocery aisle. Headline food inflation is supposedly only 1.7%. But walk into any supermarket and you'll see shrinkflation everywhere. 75% of consumers say they've noticed it. The bag is smaller. The cereal box has less cereal. The chip bag has more air. The Government Accountability Office documented per unit price increases up to 32% on coffee, 12% on paper towels. Quiet theft, 1 ounce at a time. Here's the cleanest example. A 15.5-ounce bag of Doritos cost $4.79 in 2021. In 2022 it jumped to $5.99. In 2023 the price held, but the bag shrank to 14.5 ounces. In 2026? 14.4 ounces. $6.69. Same bag. Less chips. 40% more money. And every brand that shrank between 2022 and 2024 kept the new smaller size. The official math says shrinkflation costs the average family $41 extra a year at the grocery store. That sounds tame. Until you add the streaming hikes. The insurance jumps. The $200 phantom subscription tab. The 8% premium creep. Suddenly the family isn't out $41 a year. They're out $300 or $400 a month. And that's before anything goes wrong. That's the baseline. That's the new normal. Then the cars. Subprime auto loan delinquencies just hit a 32-year record. Not a 5-year peak. A 32-year peak. The last time this many people were behind on their car loans, the year was 1994. 5.2% of all outstanding auto debt is at least 90 days late. Repossessions are spiking to financial crisis levels. The lots are filling up. The tow trucks are working overtime. Why? Because the average new car payment is $767. A used car payment is $537. Americans are borrowing $43,000 on average to buy a new vehicle. Add insurance. Add gas. Add maintenance. Add parking. Many drivers spend more on their car each month than they spend on food. The car was supposed to take you to work. Now you work to feed the car. Technology used to deflate. Phones got cheaper. TVs got cheaper. Laptops got cheaper. That era is over. A global memory chip shortage, driven by insatiable AI server demand, pushed hardware prices up across the board. The iPhone 17 Pro launched $100 higher than its predecessor. Dell and Apple raised laptops in lockstep. The thing in your pocket, the thing on your desk, the thing your kids do homework on, all of it more expensive. And wages? Real wages are barely keeping pace. A recent Time magazine analysis put it bluntly. America's cost of living crisis is really a pay crisis. Employers have had too much leverage and too little pressure to share gains. To workers, a raise feels earned but a price hike feels imposed. So when the boss adds 2% and the world adds 6%, people are technically richer on paper and absolutely broker in the bank. Here's the psychological trap. None of these increases feel big enough to fight individually. $3 on Netflix? Whatever. $40 on insurance? Annoying. A smaller chip bag? You shrug. But your brain isn't built to some invisible drips. Behavioral economists call it cognitive offloading. The financial system relies on it. You don't cancel the subscription because canceling feels like work. The companies know it. They priced it in. You're paying for your own laziness. Stack everything together. 8% more on insurance. 39% more on daycare. 200 unnoticed on subscriptions. 41 on groceries. 767 on a car. 22% interest on the credit card you used to cover the gaps. This is what economists call death by 1,000 cuts. No single cut kills you. The sum drains you. Slowly. Predictably. Inevitably. And the people drawing the blade are very happy about it. So what do? Step 1. Pull every bank and card statement from the last 90 days. Highlight every recurring charge. Cancel anything you used less than 3 times. Step 2. Call your insurance company and ask for a requote. They don't reward loyalty, they punish it. Step 3. Attack the highest APR debt first. 22% compounding will eat you alive faster than any subscription. Stop the bleeding before you chase the symptoms. The brutal truth is this. The economy isn't broken for the rich. Stock indexes are near record highs. Corporate margins are fat. Executive bonuses are setting records of their own. The economy is broken for the people paying the bills. The squeeze isn't accidental. It's a business model. Every dollar you don't track is a dollar somebody else collects, automatically, monthly, forever. The hidden money drain isn't a glitch. It's the product. So here's the question. Look at your bank account this week. How many subscriptions are charging you right now that you completely forgot about? How much have you given away in $3 slices over the last year without ever noticing? Drop the number in the comments. Be honest. The first step out of the trap is admitting how deep it goes. Are you broke because of bad luck? Or because the math was designed this way? If this video brought you value, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.